Hello everyone, Habibi here. In this video I'm going to begin a new tutorial series about how to create a train system in Unity. But this is a disclaimer. I'm telling you that I am not an expert in Unity and I am just a guy like you guys. I am googling a way to code. If I don't know something, I will Google it and I will find an answer. So, in this tutorial, please bear in mind that it will be try and errors. It will be tries and errors. You will see many tries and errors. So, I'm coding this train system from scratch and let's see how can I make it or not. I hope I can make it because I really like to make training game. Okay, this is an empty Unity project. It is saved here in my computer. First thing, I'm going to start with a cube. Let me create a 3D cube and I place it at the center of the world, and let me save the scene. Just as usual, I will save my first scene as test scene. And so this is my locomotive. Let's say this is my locomotive. I rename it locomotive, and let me remove the component. Yeah, instead of making cube, I can just make this empty game object and name it locomotive. Here inside this locomotive, I will just create a cube and scale it away to make something to look like a locomotive. I know this is a silly thing, but you know, we can build everything from a silly thing. Yeah, you know what I mean. Let me place it here. Okay, it is on the wrong direction. The forward direction is this way, so I will swap the position of these cubes. Okay, let's say this is our locomotive. Let me see it from front view. This is the pivot of the locomotive. I have to place the meshes upward. I have to move them upward like this, and I need to see the gizmos at, oh, it is here, so I need to reposition them again like this. Okay, it's enough. Now this is our locomotive and we need to figure out how to move this locomotive. What I'm going to do is to create 2 points, first point and second point, and I am going to find out how to move the locomotive from the point A to the second point, to point B, for example. Those points will be just another cube. Let's place the cube here. I think it is fine, and I will name it D. D stands for destination. Okay, let me just create one cube at all, only one cube, and let's figure out how to move this locomotive toward this destination cube. First thing that I want to do is to add a rigid body. No, should be here. I need to add a rigid body and also a collider. What collider should be? I think let's try the capsule collider. Let me see the shape of the collider. It is here. Let me edit the collider to be like this. Just like how we make a player object. Okay, now our locomotive has a collider and it has rigid body. And let me add a plane. Let me position this destination cube in front of the train, exactly like this. Alright, and let's create the plane as a ground plane. And position it to 0 and 0 0 x y and z this way. Scale it a bit again. Okay, nice. And okay, let's move the locomotive toward this destination cube. How to move it? Of course, we need to create a script. So here I will create a script file. Let me name the script Locomotive. Yeah, Locomotive, and attach the script to the locomotive object. And now edit the script. Everything starts from an experiment, and this is experiment. How to move an object in Unity. Okay, let's try this one. Because I am using a rigid body, so let's say how to move a rigid body. How to move a rigid body object in Unity. Okay, rigid body. Let's try the first result. Vector 3 move, position move. Okay, as we can see here, there is rigid body variables here, and also float speed variable. Let's copy these two lines paste it here. Public float speed, so it should be the speed of the locomotive, and this private rigid body RB. And here on the start we are going to initialize the rigid body, and we call this get component rigid body. RB equals to rigid body component in our object, and this is the speed. And let's specify the speed of our locomotive. Here is Unity. Let's okay, here is the locomotive, and find the speed. Let's say the speed is 10. Then what is next? The next should be this update block. Update. I don't need this one. I don't need if statement. And let's just copy these 3 lines of code. Factor 3 temporary factor, temp factor, normalize speed time dot delta time RB, move position transform dot position. So I don't know what is this temp factor 3. If I guess, this will be a destination point of the movement. Let's just go back to Unity and try to see what it will do with our locomotive. There is no error here, and let's try to run the game, but I need to adjust the camera position so I can see my locomotive clearly when I run the game. Let me move it. Oh no, it is here. Let me position it here. Okay, what about this? I think it's fine. Let me run the game and let's see what will happen. It is moving forward. Okay, whatever the direction of the locomotive, it makes the locomotive moving forward because that's script. Alright, not moving forward to the direction of this locomotive, but to that direction, z direction, z axis. So if I change the orientation, it will still move that way. Okay, that is what the script did to the locomotive. Factor 3 times factor 3. If this one is x and y and z, so it means the direction is on the z direction. What if I change it to -1? I guess it will move here. Yes. Okay, let me reset the rotation. What if I want to move this train toward that direction, x? If my guess is correct, I can change it to 1. Run it. Okay. Alright, thank you for this script. It can move the train, the locomotive train, toward a direction, toward a given direction here, but what I need to do is to move the train toward the cube, toward this destination cube. What should I do? I think I need to find out how to move a rigid body object in Unity towards object. So, like everybody says, Google is your friend. Yeah, it's correct. Let's be friend with Google and you can find so many things. Let's find I already did this thing on my previous tutorial, but I don't want to see my previous tutorial. Just let me find it from Google. Here, transform.position, but it doesn't work with rigid body, so let's just ignore it. Let me make a short query: how move rigid body toward target Unity. I don't know why I cannot open the Unity. Is it because should I use this proxy ultrasurf? Yeah, no difference. Let me find another thing. What about this move position? Move position factor 3, rigid body, okay guys, I changed my mind. Let me just see my previous script. I had a tutorial about WP patrol, waypoint patrol, and in this tutorial, not tutorial, yeah, somehow it is a tutorial. Here I did the same thing that I need to do, which is to move an object toward an object. So the script is here, and let me find it on my computer. I already have the script in my computer, but I thought I can find it here on my website, but it is on my Google Drive, so hang on. Okay guys, I found my script. It is here, and about target position to go, I have this variable here, game object dot find blah blah blah, and here are some few lines of code. Let me copy this part first. These lines for making the object to look at the target object. For example, this train, if this train is facing that direction, that lines of codes that I have copied makes the locomotive turn to toward this target object, and whenever it turns, it will also move the train, so it will give the sensation of the locomotive moving towards this direction. Okay, let me just paste the script here. So and I will replace this part with the variable, with a variable. Here I will make a public game transform, public transform target or destination, public transform destination, and here I paste the destination in this place, and then let me go back to Unity editor. Okay, it is not. Let's change it to game object destination dot position, and go back. Okay, turning speed is not defined, so I will make a public float variable which is this turning speed. I copy that variable and paste it here, and now the next error is game object that contain different position. Okay, here we need to type transform dot position, and let's go back. Okay, this locomotive now has this destination slot and turning speed slot. I can set it to or any number. Let's drag and drop this destination cube here. Now let me just try to rotate the locomotive this way and click play. What will happen? Never mind the movement of the train, let's just comment it first. Let's check the turning ability of the locomotive. Run it. You can see it is now turning and facing this destination. If I change the position of this destination cube, it is facing toward this destination cube smoothly because the few lines of script. Okay, I'm cool with these lines, and this movement script somehow I don't like it because it doesn't move the train forward. So yes, thank you for this script, but I think I don't need it. Instead, I'm going to find another script about Unity rigid body forward movement. Let's find out. I don't know what is happening here. I cannot open this answers.unity.com. Okay, let's try this one. Rigid body, speed, and transform dot forward multiplied by m speed. So I think I can use this just one line of code. Let me paste it here. M rigid body, I need to replace it with rb here. rb.velocity equals to transform.forward multiplied by speed, this variable. And let's try what will happen to our locomotive. Run the game. Okay, it is moving correctly, I think, but let's reduce the speed to 1 to see it clearly. How does it move? Okay, the movement is that slow. Let me increase it to 3, and my turning speed I will decrease it to, for example, 0.7, and let's check it again. Okay, we can see it moving nicely. And let's change the position of this cube. Alright, so guys, my basic idea about this train system, I know it is not perfect because I don't know how actually the train system, the train controller works, but this is just workaround from my opinion, from my idea, my own idea, that I can make waypoints like this. For example, let's say this is the railway, and then the script should move the locomotive along this destination points. From here it should move here and here, that way, because that is what I know how to make it. I don't know if you think you have your own idea, but this is what I think I can do with this locomotive or train system. So I think that's all for this video. I will continue next time. I will make this cube. I will duplicate this cube multiple times, and somehow I will modify the script to make the locomotive moves toward that cubes. After it reached the first destination, it should move toward this destination and toward this destination, and so on. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. So I'm happy to share this progress with you guys, and you can follow this tutorial if you want to make same thing. And alright, bye bye, thank you, see you next time.